Guys, so today I'm going to show you how to make your own dashboards or inserts to go inside of your Erin Condren Life Planner. So the things you're going to need are some dashboards. These are to-do lists that I got from the Target Dollar Spot, both of these, and I laminated them in just a Scotch laminator. It's the one that you can find at Walmart. It's just the basic 3mm to 5mm laminator, and I laminated these in 5mm. So it's a bit thicker than the 3mm and is a little bit more sturdy, but I've also done this with the 3mm and it works just fine. You're gonna need a 1/8 hole punch. Technically speaking, the Erin Condren coils are 3/16, but the 1/8 works perfectly fine. It's just a bit snug in the coil, but nothing that's too much to worry about, and most people recommend the 1/8. So I got this from Michael's and I took off the metal part that was right here. You can see the holes where it's from, because it hides the hole where the punch goes through, and that's a very important part when you're making dashboards, to be able to see where the hole is being punched. I also have 2 binder clips to help keep everything in place, and then I have these, which are coil guides. They help you punch the holes an even distance apart and the right distance from the edge of the dashboard. Because a huge problem I had when I first started trying to do these was that my holes were all over the place. They weren't lined up, they weren't the right distance apart. So now I have these awesome guides that are the exact length of the cover. I have my Erin Condren right here, and they're the exact length of any cover you would make, but they also work really well for smaller dashboards. So there's 3 different colors, but I think today I'm just going to be using the yellow one. So what you're gonna do is take your guide and the dashboard and put the dashboard on top, in the middle, so that it's basically even on either side. If you're doing a cover, then you wanna put it the whole distance, but since I'm just doing a dashboard, I'm gonna put it somewhere in the middle. And take the binder clips and clip it on. These will have to move once you start getting to that side of the dashboard with the hole punches, but right now this is a really good way just to hold them in place. So they're not gonna budge, and everything is gonna be the same distance. So you're gonna take your hole punch and make sure it is the direction, so the hole where the punch goes through is on top. Then you're just going to really simply line it up with the first hole you're going to punch. And you can see the hole through it. Then you're going to punch down and then wiggle a little bit. I found that if you wiggle it around, it's a lot easier to get the hole. And then there's just a perfect hole right there. You just keep going. What's great about this guide is that it's so easy and you don't lose your place. You don't have to worry about distance, and you can just keep going. It's amazing how easy this makes making dashboards actually is. So I'm just gonna keep going along the line, making sure that when I punch the hole, I wiggle it a little bit to make sure that the excess little piece comes off completely. I found that some of these guides can be a bit snug when you first start to use them, because they are printed on a 3D printer. But once you really start to actually use them and work with them, the holes loosen up a little bit and it's a lot easier to get your hole punch out. So I'm just going along. I don't have to worry about them not being even or too far apart, because the guide just makes it so easy. I've watched other people make their dashboards, I've watched YouTube videos while they do it, and it just stresses me out so bad to see how much time and focus it takes to make sure that the holes are punched correct and the right distance, that this makes it so easy, and I feel like I can make tons without worrying about anything. So when you get to the point where you're really close to a clip, like I am right now, I'm gonna take the other clip and move it on top of some of the holes I already punched, and then take this one and spin it to the other side just to hold it in place. Then I'm going to keep going. I'm going to move this a little bit because it's in the way of the hole punch. And we're gonna go down to the other end and do the same thing. Got it a little too close, and so just move it down. All you gotta do is keep the edge of your dashboard flush with the edge of the guide, and you don't have to worry about anything being off. If there are little hanging pieces like you see right here, you can either just pick them off or do the hole punch again to make sure that they're cleaned off, but usually they're just pretty easy to pick off. The next thing you're gonna do is move the clips back to their original starting point, right here, and right here, making sure that the dashboard is still lined up with the bottom of the guide. Now you're gonna take a pair of scissors and cut the lines into the holes. This was another thing that I saw was really stressful about people's dashboard videos, is just the precision you have to make sure the cuts are perfect. So all you have to do is go in between the little gaps that exist in the guide and cut a little snip. And just keep going along the entire guide. When you get to the edge, just move it in slightly and continue with the same scissor cuts. The next thing you're gonna do is take it off of the guide, and then take your scissors and cut the last circle off, so it fits in your planner a little bit better. I've noticed that if you don't cut that little bit off of the edge like that, it just doesn't sit well. So you just snip a little square off of the corner. And there you go. That is all you have to do. It's super quick, very easy, and all of the holes are the perfect distance apart from the edge and each other. So I'm just gonna take my planner and go to like an empty section like this one, and then just pop it in. All you have to do is line it up where you want it within the planner and start pressing in each of the little flaps that you made. Sometimes taking the scissors can make it a little bit easier to just get in between the coils. And there you go. As I said before, it is a bit snug because it is the 1/8, but as you can see, it's easy to flip back and forth in your planner, and you don't have to worry about it being uneven or not straight, which I love. This makes it so easy. These guides are amazing, and they're really sturdy and super easy to use. If you want to pick one up for yourself, there is a link in the description bar below. As I said at the beginning, you can get a bunch of different colors. Right now, they're just the yellow, the white, and the purple, and they work. They work so well that I don't know how people do it without it. They must be like mathematical geniuses who can do equations in their head or something to make sure that everything's the same distance apart. But there you have it. That is my DIY how to make your own dashboards and planner inserts. If you have any requests for videos or more planner DIYs, definitely leave those in the comments below. I'd love to make the videos for you. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like this video, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!